What's happening, YouTube fam? Just chilling today. Chilling, man. I'm working. I'm hustling. I'm not making any money either. Not on the work I'm doing today, but it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta put in some infrastructure work for yourself, right? So, yeah, it is July 30th today, I think. We're less than 48 hours away from the big Bitcoin SegWit split. Big happenings there. I was talking to my friend Random Tandems today. Today we were actually doing a Google Hangout on my four-sided cube doing the live stream. In fact, he's still live streaming for me right now. And I'm on my way back to the house to jump back into the live stream right now. So I'm posting a YouTube video blog while I'm in a live stream. Sort of. Yeah, that's some craziness. So yeah, anyway, he was telling me that in London, you cannot buy Bitcoin. Like, it's just too hard to even find a place to buy Bitcoin at. So, you know, okay, the Bitcoin price might look like what it is on the markets, but the reality is if you can't buy or sell it anywhere, what's the actual price? Bitcoin is currently priceless in some markets right now. So yeah, everybody's kind of like buckled in and strapped in and ready for the ride, because who knows what's going to happen after the SegWit thing goes through in August. I mean, if everything goes as smoothly as I think it's going to go, and some other people think it's going to go as well, there are dissenters out there. But if it does go smoothly, man, I hope you got your rocket boots, your rocket helmet, your rocket pants on, because we are definitely heading back to the moon, I think, sometime in August. And keep in mind, you know, when Bitcoin goes up, all of the other cryptocurrencies go up. It is the market leader, it's the market cap, it's the whole thing. And there's a lot of altcoins that I think are going to get just that little boost from Bitcoin's boost coming into August. So we'll see. Big times for cryptocurrency, big times for the future of humanity. So I want to touch on something that Random and I talked on a little bit today in the live stream, and that's the fact that you cannot get decentralized blockchain anonymous email. There's no solution for that yet. There's a few white papers out there. There's a few people who have been talking about it. There's even some different kind of email spam guarding bots that people have been talking about, stuff like that. But as of right now, you cannot have an anonymous encrypted blockchain onion routed email address that does not come back to you in any way. And that's a limiting factor for all this, because if you think about, like, if you wanted to have even if you have all your money, all your cryptocurrency, and like a private wallet on your own, you know, flash drive or laptop, or even a real hardware wallet if you got one of those, whatever, if you're doing it all that way, but you don't have access to your email. I mean, you know, what if they shut down all the ISPs, you know, shut down all the emails? I mean, there's still a way for governments to stop the cryptocurrency thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at here. And so we need to solve that as a society, as human beings. We need to figure out a way to get completely anonymous, decentralized, encrypted, peer-to-peer everything. Internet, email, finance. And until all of that is completely in place, there will always be room for fascism to grow and thrive on this planet, which it has for the last million years. I mean, as much as we have in the fossil record, we can see the direct effects of fascism on humanity going back as far as we can measure. So, and that's what this is all about, you know. It really is what it's all about. It's about freedom. It's not just about trying to make money. It's not just about finding a way to avoid having your money stolen from you by the Federal Reserve and quantitative easing and the IRS and taxes and all that. It's not just that. It's really fundamentally about human freedom and human liberty. That is what this whole thing is about. And sometimes people go, "Oh, I'm into Bitcoin, but I'm not into the whole like libertarian, like anarchist message or whatever." It's kind of like, well, that doesn't, that you're not into Bitcoin then, really, is how I look at that. Because that is the why of Bitcoin. That is why we have Bitcoin. That's what we're going to be using Bitcoin for. And maybe not Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin's already a little bit compromised. It's an older technology. It is a distributed ledger, so there is a way for, the government to kind of track your purchases and sales on there. But there's hundreds of other altcoins out there. And a lot of them have like onion routing and all kinds of anonymity features built in. And just the diversity of them makes it, so it would be, I think, impossible for the government to track. I hope. And that's the deal here. And I'm not just talking about the U.S. government or the Venezuelan government or the North Korean government or any of those fascist regimes. See what I did there? I'm talking about all governments, all of them. Every time there's a group of people who decide they can tell another group of people how to live or what to do or what's right and wrong or anything like that, it's just, that needs to end. We as individuals on this planet need to have the free agency to do whatever we want to do, short of harming other people or limiting their ability to do whatever they want to do. And that's what Bitcoin's all about. And whether you agree with that or like it or care, doesn't matter, because it's already happening. We're already there, and there's no putting the genie back in the bottle. We will have total and complete ultimate freedom as people, as a society, as primates. It's just gonna happen. So so I don't, you want to be upset about it. You want to, cling to these old ideas of, government and governance and, being a good citizen and patriot, paying your taxes and all this kind of stuff, man. That's your bag, baby. And you can hold on to that as long as you want, but ultimately it's not going to last. It's already pretty much done. I mean, the writing's on the wall, whether it's all the way done or whether we're like 5% done or whether we're 1% done. The writing's on the wall, and it will be done, whether it's done now or not. So, which is a great, great thing for everybody alive and everybody who's going to be born. So, yeah, it's a little bit more positive and hopeful of a message than I was setting out to send today, but there it is. It's a beautiful world, it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful life, and we as a species are about to reclaim financial control of all of our systems directly through cryptocurrency, I believe. Now, it's going to take a little while. It's going to be a slog. There's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some of the old systems in place that are going to try and fight that and put that genie back in the bottle, but ultimately, we got this. We got this, fam. And we will have the inflationary currency. Our money will accrue value just by us having it and it existing. And more people being born. So that, if you're already born, the value of the money that you have per person will grow naturally. This quantitative easing. I mean, that's the thing about the Fed note. It's a deflationary currency. Its value loses over time. It's way better off with something that holds its value or continues to accrue value. And that's what we've got with cryptocurrencies. So, all right, Internet fam, you guys have a great week. And we will see you on the flip side.